Some people live in the city. Some people live in the country. Others live in the mountains. Me? I live on an island. Long Island. Most of my life. I have a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card and charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Anthony, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till the sunshine bright. And I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Ah, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. Am I hurting anyone?
Hey, it's the Gagootz Show!
Happy Gagootz Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Gagootz Tuesday.
Gagootz
You know,
Tuesday.
and that was my fault, because I want to tell the people out there, I thought it was every other Tuesday. And so I already used my excuse last week already up, so I can't. I was like, oh, I'm running late because my grandma is in the middle of the road. Can't use that.
Your grandma's in the middle of the road.
I can't use that again. But
Granny,
it's
come
the
in.
second and fourth Tuesdays.
Leave the pigeons alone. They ate enough.
Do we have pigeons in Long Island?
We have doves.
Okay.
I have doves in my backyard.
I think in because I'm in Queens, I think the pigeons get eaten by the rats. See, you have to see them. They're like this big. I saw one gallop the other day. They gallop. Isn't that crazy? He's not listening. It's crazy. It's that big. Okay. How was your weekend?
Very good. My weekend was good. I'm looking for something here.
Uh-oh, he's looking for something.
No, the time was. And then talk to you. I want to tell you a story.
Oh, I like stories. I like story time with the Gagootz. That's what we should call it. Story time with the Gagootz.
All right, this is story time with the Gagootz. So Nancy and I are starting to get ready for the summer. We have a gazebo out back.
He's got his arms out. Hello. Hello.
So we're getting things ready, and I put a ceiling. We have a ceiling fan in the gazebo outdoors.
Ooh.
One of those that you hook up, really cool. So I put it up last week. The other day, Saturday, Nancy and I are doing stuff, and I look up, and a dove, one of our doves, made a nest up there.
Oh, wait, you own a dove? Like you have doves?
We used to have a big pine tree right next to the house, and doves used to live in there. And then the pine tree started getting thin, and he got sickly, so we cut him down. But now we still see the doves.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's really
God.
Cool.
I swear I had a pigeon like trying to make a nest. It wasn't as cute.
No, these are very cute.
I know, it's so nice.
Yeah, and it's on top of the ceiling fan in the gazebo, so I can't turn it on.
I feel like that's like, oh damn, that sucks. But yeah. I will say that's like a Long Islander's dream to have a gazebo with a fan. Who the hell are you guys? I swear to God.
It's a little like
are they the Clintons or something? I'm sorry.
We're more like the Clamptons. Jed Clampett. We're the Clampetts. Anyway, we got a great show.
Yes.
Right? Awesome show. And,
exciting.
And poor Nancy was going to come, but her back, because the weather bothers her with her back. So, hi, Nance. Hope you're watching. Yes,
you know what, Nancy? Your back is to what my knees are. Like, I knew it was going to be rainy today because my knees was like crack, 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 crack. I swear, that happened.
That's what your knees do?
My knees literally do crack. It's not fun. They do crack, not...
Yeah, they crack. They don't do crack.
They don't do crack. I apologize.
Your knees don't do... You always have crack jokes. Anyway... What I was getting at was Nancy gets the greatest guests, and a lot of times when you think, a lot of people think, oh, the Gagootz Show only has comedians. No.
Yes, that's very
true. No,
true.
tonight we have a singer, and we have a cool video with her, and Samantha Carlson. We're going to find out a lot about her. And we have Bruce Lipsky, who is not only a comedian, he's a producer, a writer. We're going to find out a lot. He makes... great as a matter of fact, he makes flyers. He made the flyer for that show that we did.
Yes, and I saw him at that show. That's where I met him at.
Yeah, you met him. Yeah. And we're going to show that flyer right now.
Okay, cool.
We have 2 shows coming up. We'll show them in the beginning.
Okay.
We're
2
gonna
shows
have
this
another-
week? You have 2 shows this week?
Thursday, you and I both have shows on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
I
we
have
both
this
have shows,
one, the Dog-Eared Bard's Bookshop.
Yes. Yep.
So, which was a lot of fun.
And that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I did. I even posted my video from it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. And then you have a show.
I do have
the
a show.
same day, Thursday.
And it's so funny because you asked me, you're like, Mez, you have anything for this week? I'm like, no, I'm not doing comedy this week. And then
And then
of course
you're
I had a
like,
show.
and that's your show.
Yes, and that's
It's
in
cool.
the city, I believe.
And it's the something Rose, the Rose.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Never worked with this guy. You know, I like shaking it up sometimes. I'm like, ooh, I don't know this person. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's a nice flyer.
Yeah,
and that's
so I'm
how you and I
excited.
met.
Yeah, that
And
is.
then, I was.
At Governors, right? Was that?
I did a show at the Giggle Room at
Yep.
Governors,
Yeah.
and I was looking for new comedians, new talent, and I wrote it, and all of a sudden you sent me a video, and I'm like, this girl's funny, and then
Yeah.
I gave you my number, you called me.
You know what's interesting? I like that you say that because a lot of people will like go on Facebook. They're like, "Oh, I'm looking for comedians," and a lot of comedians will just go under like, "Oh, I'm a funny comedian." If I'm interested, I always DM the person like my actual footage because I always find like those people are gonna be in the comments. I'll be in the DMs. You know what I mean? That's how we
Yeah,
got here.
yeah.
Look at this.
That's
DM
right.
story.
And now you're a co-host on the
I
Gagootz
know.
show.
Full
How
circle
about that?
moment. I love it.
And that was like it'll be 2 summers ago, this summer.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wow, 2
My
years.
God,
That
2
went
years.
quick.
Literally, I was just thinking about May went quick, but yeah, 2 years went really quick.
Yeah. And we had, like I said, the bookstore show was fun, even though we only had one audience member.
You couldn't even tell. It was
but we
so
had
good.
like 15 comedians, I think.
No, go back. Literally, if you went back on my Instagram, you could hear the laughter. It was one of those shows. That's what I was saying. It's not one of those shows where you come in and you're like, oh my god, this is like an open mic. It was a great show because it wasn't that people were coming with like half content. They knew what they were talking about. The audience engaged. That's what you want.
Well, when James at the bookstore approached me about he wanted to do an open mic, and I told him, at my age, I'm 69. I said, I don't do open mics.
Oh yeah.
I said, I'll do a showcase, a comedy showcase.
How did you meet him?
And I met him, and I've had him and his wife on the show. I met him because they advertised his wife wrote that horror book, 13 Dark Tales.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing.
I swear I saw one sentence on that book, and I was like, hey, yeah, I'm creeped out. Like I'm scared. I'm scared of my own shadow.
It's a great horror. So I went to the bookshop when they did the book launch party for that book.
Oh.
So then I met them.
Was it
and
on
then-
Halloween?
Well,
That'd
no,
be
it wasn't
cool.
Halloween, but
I love
I've
theme.
tried to get them. On Halloween, the past 2 seasons, I'm doing it again in October. I do, instead of the Gagootz show, I do a reading show where you read horror stories.
Ooh.
So if you want to read something original, you're more than welcome to come.
But
on.
like I have to write it?
Or you could.
Because I'm not good at writing.
All right, then
I'm
you
like
could read.
so scared, but I could read it really well.
You could read.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is read a big portion of the vampire novel I wrote many years ago.
Oh.
So now tell me what you think of this title, because you and Ryan are close to the same age, and Ryan says, Dad, you should change, the title's old now, it's got cobwebs. The title for my vampire novel is called Last of the Fang-Toothed Bastards.
Ooh. So,
Right,
okay, so
isn't it?
yeah, I think that's
And then
because
it's in 4 books.
But you know what?
So-
What the thing about a title of a book, it should always be interesting enough where you're like, well, what the hell is that about?
It's about a guy that's semi-immortal vampire hunter who is so sick of vampires and the romanticism with them that he just wants to kill the last fang-toothed bastards and then leave
But then
this planet.
Oh, I was gonna say, but then he's a fang-toothed bastard.
No, he's
Okay.
not.
No, he's not.
No.
Sorry. Why would I call him that?
Well, but that's
he's
what
obviously a good man.
Anyway, okay, I'll tell you real quick. Him and some other scientists back in the 17th century, they looked for a cure for the bubonic plague, and they thought
Wow.
that vampires was part of that plague. So they used some vampire blood in the serum they made, so it gave them the attribute of immortality. But they're not vampires.
Ooh.
They don't need
Would you
blood.
wanna live
They're like
forever?
regular. No.
Yeah, no.
In some ways,
I feel
I'd
like one time
yeah.
is enough.
Yeah.
You do it right, you're good. That's my motto on it all.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. That's why I always try to do everything. Like that's why I take random shows. Sometimes like it'll be close, sometimes they're far. Like I always try to, because you know what? If you live life one time, you do it right. You don't need to do it again. You don't need 1,000 years. on the
You don't
camera
want to do it
to
again.
see people messing up no.
And then you
disappointed.
always see, you always see like stories where somebody thinks they're gonna do it again because they know what's coming.
Yeah.
And either
they mess up the timeline
or it's boring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing, the story's horror story of someone you love dies, so you bring them back to life. They always come back evil.
Yeah, they come back
Like
evil,
pets.
or they mess up the whole everything. The whole universe is now messed up because that person's alive.
So
Yeah.
you just want, me too.
It's better. Yeah, I'm good. But
I
like,
don't
give me
even-
a long life. Like, you know.
I
you
don't
know.
want to be in a coffin though. I don't want that viewing. You know,
I always think about that.
either
Who wants to go to a cemetery?
I want people to. Well, I have the cemetery plot and everything.
Well, yeah, you guys,
got,
you got a deal. What did you get? 1999.
Yeah, I got to buy one get the
1999.
second one free. I really did. Yeah.
Literally.
So anyway, but I want people to remember me like this, like the moron that I am.
Yeah.
The Mama Lou.
So you would want them to stuff you, and you're just like this,
Yeah.
like with a Gagootz in your hand. That'd be funny.
All right.
That'd be really
Anyway,
good. Okay, I'm sorry.
the bell rang. The bell rang. We're gonna bring up our first guest. We're gonna show a video of Samantha Carlson
Okay.
and singing Liza Minnelli.
Oh, I love
Okay,
Liza.
so we're gonna see that, and then we're going to talk to Samantha. How cool is that?
I love that. Okay, I'm excited.
All right, let's.
Come on, babe, I won't be paper towel. And all that jazz goes my knees and won't my stop you down. And all that jazz start the car and over won't be spot. But the gin is cold and the piano's hot. Just a noisy hall. There's a nightly roll to all that jazz. Oh, I love the winter, so nobody loves me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. Well, the odds are in my favor. Something's bound to be done. It's gonna happen sometime. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb it isn't the longest day. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret.
Hey!
Yeah. Oh,
my
that
God,
was
I love
great.
I love that. That was so
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
So we have Samantha Carlson.
Yes.
And Bruce Lipsky's at the end, but Bruce, you're not going to talk till we tell you.
He's like, Bruce, don't talk. You're done.
Don't talk, Bruce. You're done. So Samantha, now that was awesome.
Yeah.
You have a great voice, and now you're a music teacher, a voice teacher.
Yes, I teach both voice and piano. So, but you know, my passion has always been singing since I was a young girl.
How'd you get into
Okay.
singing?
My parents, it's kind of in my blood. You know, they both working musicians. They both singers, and so
Nice.
I had my first professional gig at 12 years old. So,
Cool.
Where was it?
oh, I think it was at a Lions Club.
And what did you sing?
Life is a cabaret. No. Could you imagine at 12?
You know, the only song I remember that I did at that show was "Release Me" from Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I still do a lot of the older songs. So from the 50s, the 60s, 70s. There's just so much good music, and of course my parents influenced me with the kind of music, so I kind of picked up what they did, but actually they were doing more 70s, but I had more interest in the earlier music at that time. And
Wow.
Now I'm starting to get a little bit, I'll say, more modern into the 70s. but it's just I just love to sing, and I still do.
That's great.
Is that like your main? Is that because I know you do? So you said you're a teacher at a school, or you just kind of do that on the side?
So, well, it's kind of complicated. So I teach for myself most of the time. So I teach in my home. I go to students' homes as well, and there's a couple of companies I still do work for as well. So I have about 25 students right now.
Oh, wow.
I give them 2 recitals a year, and so I'm doing that, and then I gig and.
So these students are individual? It's not like a classroom?
No, individual.
Individual.
And so they all come together to do a recital?
Yes. So I had, I think, 17 of them actually participate in the last one, which was the most. Usually I have about 10 that participate. But it got a little crazy, and it gets a little long. But so we have to have an intermission and do a whole big thing. But it's so much fun, and I love seeing their progress. It's some I've had for several years. So
cool.
some are brand new, so they're all at different levels. I have my youngest at the last one was 4 years old.
Oh my goodness!
And I teach people, all ages. One time I actually had a student. I'm still in touch with him. He's 100 now, but he was 97. He was 97 when he
Good
came
thing.
Oh
Great.
my God, I love that.
Yeah. So.
And for what? Just singing or piano?
Singing.
Wait, singing at 97? He was singing?
Yeah.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I just it's great. I love to teach all ages, and everybody is at their own stage, and for whatever reason that they want to improve.
Yeah.
And it's a great joy to work with everyone in their own individual way.
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
so cool. I thought you said a 97-year-old was on the piano.
No,
This guy was singing.
Yeah.
I can barely even talk it, and I'm only 33. What the fuck? I gotta get my life together.
You're drooling already.
I know. I'm like, this is amazing. I can't. So, what are the different places that you perform in?
So different restaurants. So the clip that you saw was at a place called Sergio's in Massapequa. There are other nearby restaurants, like I would sing at Sophia, which is in Amityville. We do with libraries, things like, private parties, do a lot of senior residences.
I love that you said that, because I actually work at a senior residence. You would be great with us. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk after that.
Okay.
I love that. I was like, as soon as I saw that Life is a Cabaret, I said, she coming on my damn, she coming to my people. My people need her. Oh, because you know what? You think, if I'm lively, you got to see my residents. They're 87 years old, and they dance. They'll tire you out.
Oh.
So it is going to be, I'll make sure.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I know. That's so cool. I love that. So interesting. Now that how many years have you been doing it now?
Singing?
Professionally.
All right.
She started.
It's 12, right? Okay.
It's 12.
24 years.
Wow.
You get away my age.
That's some shit. So that's what I'm saying. So when you do because you said you've done assisted livings and things like that. What is your favorite? What's your preference if you could have one?
I like them all, but I love to do shows where, with the libraries or theaters, libraries and theaters. I would just say they're my preference, because I can really focus on what I'm doing without distractions, and I love to put on an actual show, versus here and there,
Because the Sergio's is a restaurant, so you have interaction with people.
Yeah, no, I do like restaurants in their own way. They all have their special qualities. So with Sergio's, it's a little bit more of a show, whereas other restaurants, people are talking, they're ordering, everything like that. But what's fun about restaurants too is people will just come up to you with requests, and you can just
you know the song, you just do it. And I don't even put a set list together for those.
Oh, really?
Because I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I thought singers like hated when people come in with requests.
I love it.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was telling residents, don't give no requests because like I know people.
I mean, everybody's different, but the
that's gonna be great. I think
yeah,
it's gonna be great.
it's gonna be phenomenal.
The only thing, like, if they keep requesting songs I don't know, then I get upset. I'm like, oh no, I feel bad. But you know, obviously, if I know it, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know?
And it's close, I think, to where is your?
Well, I live. Mine's in Smithtown. I don't know.
Oh, you seen the Centers in Smithtown?
I know. That's why. That's why I'm always 5 minutes late. But yeah, no, I don't know if that's close enough. You know, but we could definitely talk out because that would be you'd be great. Because I think one of the things that we don't ever realize is like how music is for all of ages, right? Like, do you do it for like kids too, or no? Probably not kids. Like,
I mean, like kids shows.
Yeah, like have you ever done like a show where it's just like you walk in and you're like, it's a different. You're like, oh, I thought it was gonna be like adults, and then it's just like, hey, I know this song, but not really. Like
sometimes, like there might be kids there. They may request something I don't know, like a little bit more on the popular side, but like. Sometimes I try to have a few pop songs that are in my repertoire so I can do that and make everybody happy.
Oh, I love that. And so what's like who do you channel? Like who is like your idol in music?
Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah.
So she's my I guess I mean they're all so good, but
yeah.
She's my personal favorite as far as for female, but for male it's always been Dean Martin.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's so actually.
And I have albums of both of them.
He's like, I'm actually gonna play them tonight. Don't worry, I got it. You bring the needle out and everything.
Listen, I have Ella with Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
I have
wow.
this. Oh, this is so great. Them doing cheek to cheek and everything.
Oh yeah. So you do some
great.
Ella Fitzgerald songs.
Yeah. I mean, all the great standards. And
wow, that's
my
that's awesome.
I want to go see you.
All right. No, because it's so interesting because when I book people, they tend to do like all the pop songs of the 50s and things that we've great songs, right? But like Sweet Caroline, we know those. Like so when I heard you, it stuck out because you just sing songs from like classic songs, but like from you know what I mean? Like not the same popular songs from the 50s and 60s that everyone does.
Got it.
And so it was interesting that you took that deviation. It was like, oh, I like that. That's gonna be really cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Residents, strap in. They don't got no damn Facebooks, but maybe.
That's great. No, that's great.
I just want to add that when you mentioned Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong singing together, my husband and I, we sing together. So
nice.
And like when I mentioned Dean Martin, that was the artist that brought us together. It's his favorite singer too. So we started to do a lot of that kind of style of music, a lot of the Sinatra, a lot of the Rat Pack kind of style of music.
So your husband sings also?
Yeah. Yes.
And he plays piano as well?
No, we both sing. Sometimes we'll have live music, sometimes we have tracks like you saw in the video.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, he'll do a variety of artists. We cover, well, like for example, if we're doing some impersonations, we'll do like Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga.
Great. Oh, that's a good one.
He does Sinatra as well, but he's more of a tribute artist, not an impersonator. So
what's the difference?
Well, he doesn't impersonate their voice. So he's got his own voice, and he just covers their songs in his way. Maybe I didn't quite say it right, because I know a lot of tribute artists do kind of impersonate, but he studied music. He's a little bit more of an operatic
Well, he
voice.
does those songs, but in his own voice.
Right.
Yeah.
So imagine Jerry Vale meets Tony Bennett, and that's my husband.
Oh, I don't know Jerry Vale. I know Tony Bennett though. I know half of his voice, so that's good.
Well, Jerry Vale, he was what was his name? He had because they mentioned him in Seinfeld, didn't they? He had a nickname.
No, that wasn't Jerry Vale.
Oh, was it Jerry
Vale?
Vale?
That wasn't Jerry Vale. That was I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, who said you could speak?
You pointed at me.
Right, he was like save me.
No,
He's like
anyway,
save me, and then he tries to come save me.
Normally we have like one guest and then we bring the other one out. But Bruce, you could speak now, but only if you're asking questions to Samantha.
Okay, no
Speak
problem.
now.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. As a matter of fact, we'll talk to Bruce now, and we're going to show a video, a clip. There's a clip, and then later on we'll talk about the movie. And I I cut that trailer down to about 30 seconds.
That's okay.
But, yeah,
Did you do the
but,
Italian?
but we're gonna
suicide?
show a clip. I have a Bruce Lipsky clip.
Say that 3 times.
Say that, I was
fast.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Next, moron.
I think we can get more mileage out of the Russian spy connection.
Derivative. Way, he's never leaving that cell.
Mike Foster.
My favorite suicide is the Sicilian one.
Which one is that again?
That's when they shoot themselves twice in the head, once in the chest, wrap themselves up in a carpet, and they throw their own body off a bridge. It's comical at this point. Even his party thinks his ideas are too radical. Beavers, raccoons, it doesn't matter. Nobody wants a government with no budget. He still thinks he's running it like a business. It's a shame. The raccoons do a hell of a job on the military.
Tip of the cap to them.
In the last 17 years, they've been working on a replacement for the Bradley fighting vehicle. That it costed $22 billion. They don't even have a working model yet. That, my friends, are the raccoons at their best. Congratulations on winning the presidency.
To you as well. I'll have the beef well.
I'm your advisor, not your waiter. But I suggest you get the turkey, though.
Come on, Mr. Bishop, we're having a party
and
just for
green
you.
beans.
Just for you.
Forget the green beans.
Let's go.
That's hilarious.
And that's funny. You don't even have to really know what the movie's about.
Yeah, I mean, now we want to know.
Exactly. It's funny because that last scene, the director and writer of the movie essentially said, guys, I want you to do it per script, and then I want you to improvise. That was an improvisation. We improvised that, and he loved it so much, we went with it, yeah.
Wait, with the president scene.
Yeah, the last one with the wheelchair.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that
That's
was
the
really funny. That was
president in
actually
the
really
wheel.
funny.
They're right off the top of the head, especially with the hell with the green beans, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually really
And
funny.
you
I just-
like, I'm your advisor. I'm not.
I threw it all, that was all me, just off the top of the head, yeah, yeah.
So wait, what is that movie about?
That movie is called Dragon Eats Eagle. Dragon being China, Eagle being the United States. It's one of these bizarre dark comedies, and it has to do with a lot to do with the pandemic and what they feel, what China's role in the pandemic, and how the presidency was affected and things like that. So and how they, it was really an interesting.
It's a satire of what actually happened.
Exactly, it's like a Peter Sellers movie almost. Yeah.
That's interesting. Is there any
And
place
now,
people
can
see
we
it?
find that?
Yeah, that's on Amazon Prime. You can see that on Amazon Prime.
What is it called again?
Dragon Eats Eagle. You know, it's not going to come up for any Emmy awards, but it's
Maybe. The thing about the funniest thing is sometimes like movies come back around and they're like, you know what? Let's revisit that.
Yeah.
You never know.
yeah. It was just that was actually my first speaking role in a movie.
So Bruce, tell us, what do you do comedy, but you're a writer and a producer as well?
I do write. I do comedy. What happens is, long story short, I worked on Wall Street for 25 years. Okay, and you know, during my 25th year, I got called into the office, and the head of the department came out and said, "Bruce, we love you. You're the best employee we ever had. Don't let the door hit you on the way out."
What?
They eliminated my whole department. I had just turned 50, had 25 years of service, so I actually got to retire. But I was too young to retire, so I worked somewhere else for 3 years, and they sold the business. And then after that, I got hurt in the auto accident. I had a bad spinal injury. So I did like aggressive 3 years of therapy. And I mean, every day is therapy. But long story short, I vowed if I can stand up, I'm going to do stand-up comedy. It's kind of a corny thing to say, but like, you know, you said you love Elvis Fitzgerald and, you know, Dean Martin. I was always a Rodney Dangerfield fan. I used to go see him in his club back in the day. You know, he used to pick on me, you know, I'm in the crowd, you know, that type of thing. You know, so I got one of my bucket lists is to get on Dangerfield's stage. So I took a class in comedy, blah blah blah, and one of the first places I actually got to perform was on Dangerfield's stage.
Wow.
So I checked that bucket. You know.
All right, cool.
So it's pretty cool. So, you know, over the course of time, I did some more comedy here and there, and I'm more of a one-liner type of guy, and fast-paced type of thing. That's what I enjoy, and just got to the different clubs, and eventually somebody said, you know, Bruce, you got a certain look. I mean, everybody's got a look. I actually look like James Cromwell, the actor.
Kind of. I could see that.
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
So my friend who had passed away, she said,
I get Kevin Costner.
Okay,
Brad
from the Bodyguard? Oh, hell no.
I could see the back of you for Brad Pitt, or something.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
with
get
the
it.
guns, I could see like Leonardo DiCaprio over here. I mean, do you see these guns? I'm just
He
saying.
may cap you, but not Leonardo.
Okay, anyway.
So anyway, so a friend of mine said, Bruce, she was an actress. She said, why don't you get into acting? Try it out. And I said, what do I know about acting? She said, put together a resume. So she helped me put together a resume, and I joined Backstage. And I just started answering things. Like a week after I joined Backstage, this Dragon Eats Evil came out, and I applied for it. And I remember driving with Elaine Witt up to Connecticut to do a senior show, all a 3-hour ride up into Connecticut. We're doing a favor for somebody whose mother was there. And so we're in the middle of the ride, I see this weird number come up, and I said, I'm not going to answer it. Elaine says, answer it, you never know. And it was the producer and writer of that movie, and saying, I want you. Don't say no.
Cool.
I need you, I want you. Can you come next week? And like, I was like this, I was shaking, because in comedy, you write your own material. If you screw up a punchline, nobody knows the difference. If you screw up a line when you're singing, you kind of, people know you kind of screwed up a line. But in comedy, they don't know. But in acting, I was scared that I'm going to get in front of a director and all these other experienced actors and actresses are going to be there. And now all these lines, this is only a portion of what I had to say. There was a lot more scenes that I did. Some were cut out of the movie. And the first time I got up there, I was like, am I going to remember this stuff? And I kind of flubbed a little line here and there, and they said, don't worry about it, because I watched other actors flub some lines. And so they just redo the takes. And after the first day, the nervousness kind of passed away, and it went really smoothly after that. And from there, I did some background work with Mrs. Maisel in the 5th season. I did a lot of that. And I also did some voiceovers. Thanks Zoom Comedy for that. I did a Zoom comedy show one time, and somebody was on
During
there.
the pandemic.
Yeah, during the pandemic, and somebody heard my New York voice and said, I got a perfect role for you. I want you to play Josh the grandson in this cartoon that I'm producing. So I did that, and then I just keep doing whatever I can. A couple of weeks ago, I filmed my first commercial.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
you're on a
great.
roll. What was the commercial
good
for?
for you.
It was a bank celebrating 200 years of a regional bank up in Connecticut.
That's amazing.
Like Samantha said, here's a guy in his 90s that's doing
Exactly.
great.
I was like, I hope they didn't get you that because they thought you were 200.
No,
Hell no,
no,
baby.
no.
He is a young man, all right?
I said, don't worry. I got it over Benny, but I'm not over the hill yet. Not
What?
on the over hill gang.
You're younger than me, or?
I'll be 70. Yeah.
Oh, all right,
I'll be
me too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I say, back in the day, I used to hang out with the bikers and everything. We used to have a name for ourselves, from Whitestone. Now we just got together. Now we call ourselves Gangrene. They're so old, But things just kept on rolling and rolling, and then this other movie opportunity that just premiered called King of Newark 3.
Oh.
They were looking for certain types of people. And ironically, I got the role of a judge in the movie, and full speaking lines and everything. It was really cool. That's a real movie because this is a whole. That was actually King of Newark 3, but it's the 4th one.
You sent me the trailer. We're just going to show a little clip.
Yeah, there's a lot
of
of language on
a
that.
lot
trailer.
of language, but also you're not in the trailer.
I'm in the trailer at the 20-second mark. It's a very quick thing. You
Yeah,
can't really
so-
see me. If you don't show it, it's fine. The idea is that it's a very vital role I have in the movie. I actually wound up playing a doctor in the movie. Because what happened the day of the shoot for the judge, they called me like a day before and said, Bruce, get in here tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I said, I can't. It's my cousin's 80th birthday. They're having a surprise party. I can't miss this.
Right.
He said, well, maybe we can put it off to the next day. So he didn't call me the next day. So really, I guess I lost the role. And then like late the following day, he called me and said, Bruce, be here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. You have a new role for you. You're going to play a doctor.
Oh, great.
So you were supposed to be a judge at
Right,
first.
and then I had to learn all these new lines, like in a half a day. It wasn't that bad. But when you put your mind to it, you can do it. And actually it turned out to be, in my opinion, a better role. It was a more vital role. And that's why I actually got into a mini part of the trailer. And because I wound up pronouncing somebody dead who was a main character. And so I have this whole scene there, yeah. And it was a great thing, too, because my brother was a physician. He had passed away several years ago, and I actually used his stethoscope.
Oh, all
that's
right.
so sweet.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So it was like a little ode to your brother. then.
Exactly. It's,
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
As my brother wrote a poem once, an ode to a toad. So it was cool. But I said, you want to hire me? Great, I'll do it. And I do some writing as well. I don't really produce movies or anything, but
I thought you were a producer.
No.
I thought he was a producer of the movie because I looked at the trailer and he's not in it.
No.
So like he must have produced
No,
it
I worked
or something.
I worked in key food in the produce department.
But
That's as close as you get to produce.
I'll be honest with you. That's what I thought. Oh, maybe he produces it because he's not in the trailer.
I think he wanted a role in one of my next movies.
Yeah, that's why he was like, get him on, Nance, get him on. Wait, let's see the trailer
I made
first.
2 movies. I was in 2 films this year. I showed the trailer for one, and I showed a clip with the one where I play
a jeweler.
A jeweler.
A Jewish jeweler.
Jewish jeweler, but fencing stolen diamonds.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so
I can see
it's
it.
called Scarred Angels.
Yes.
And I did. I'm a very bad ventriloquist.
Okay.
And
I didn't get to see that one.
Your mouth is
In a
not moving.
short-
Your mouth is not moving right now. I can tell.
You don't know who the dummy is.
Before we get into more, I want to let's
Yes,
show
we
the
have
clip.
to talk to Samantha some more.
But
Yeah.
let's show the clip first
Yeah.
of his movie.
Of what?
Didn't you say you wanted to show the clip of his?
All right, we're going to show the quick clip of.
Of what? Didn't he just say it? Am I losing it?
And the funny thing is,
It's
they
not
actually
funny.
had a red carpet event. It actually did premiere in the Newark multiplex.
All right, so
Oh wow!
if you blink, you'll miss us. Yeah, it was.
So keep your eyes like this, guys.
Let's go. Kings of Newark.
Yes.
King of Newark 3.
King of Newark 3.
I got to walk the red carpet. Actually, it didn't have to vacuum it, which was good. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we're getting to that clip yet.
Time. Malcolm. And some remember, the game is dead. I'm the king of North. King 3. Done a movie, dog. Got to cut me in and cut me out. Bars, go. I'm the king of North. Woo!
You didn't edit. I don't think you realized you didn't edit scenes in there. That was just a fly.
That wasn't the full trailer.
Yeah, that was.
No.
No.
I cut.
Yeah.
I cut.
You cut
I
the
did
whole thing.
I cut the whole
Yeah,
thing
because there was language in there that you
there's
didn't want to
language
hear.
throughout the whole thing.
You know what I wasn't expecting? I didn't expect to be a black movie. Once I heard 50 Cent, I said, black people?
Oh, yeah.
My, there's a lot of black people on that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of black people.
Wow, yeah. I was
They're
like, you
not-
must have been like the outlier.
Yeah, I was.
There's
I
not
was.
one white person in the trailer.
And the interesting thing was,
Well, if you blink your eyes.
when the premiere came, I was sitting next to an elderly gentleman, and so I said to him, "Are you in the movie?" He said, "No, my grandson's in the movie." I said, "You must be really proud of your grandson." He says, "I really am." So in the beginning of the movie, the grandson's in there, he's skipping, and all of a sudden bullets start flying. The grandson gets hit with a bullet, and his grandson dies on this thing. And
Oh, my God.
And I said, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't say you're proud of your grandson in this movie."
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
but no,
crazy.
It's a very violent.
Yeah,
It
it
talks
was-
about what really happened in Newark back in the day, where there's violence, corruption, drugs,
Wow.
murders, blah blah blah, and
The trailer looks good. You
It's
can
an action
get the
movie.
trailer on
YouTube.
on YouTube.
When does it come out?
So-
It's already it's out already. Thing is, it's not going to be in like your local movie house. It's not going to be in the RKO Keith somewhere or anything like that. But it did premiere in a real movie, and it's going down to Atlanta. It's going to, I think, Detroit. This thing's going to Miami. Eventually, it may do one run in New York City.
But you
That is
can't
awesome.
stream it.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. You can stream the other ones, King of Newark 1 and 2, and there's another one, a prequel to that as well.
Because this is like they enter it into festivals and stuff.
No, they don't festival this thing.
This-
No, this
no,
is actually
okay.
a root.
I was say they were like a little too many curse words. In there.
No. Depends what kind of festival it is. Yeah.
But no, it looks really well produced, and
It's-
honestly, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, to talk to my wife, she says, "Oh my God, what the hell just happened?"
Oh, she was there for the screening, right? She's like,
Exactly,
For the premiere,
yeah.
and here you come as like the doctor that probably had no curse words.
No, not at all. No, not at all. But
That's
it
good.
was cool. It's
And you were in you were in which is like a series of our friend. We have a friend Don Sill,
Oh, yeah.
who he's involved in comedy, but with writing and directing and so he wrote a series called Comic Sans, and that's where I'm the ventriloquist in it. But no, here's the thing, the dummy is my agent, and he's the one that talks to the club to get me the gig. But then when they give me the gig, they think they're giving it to a ventriloquist act. But no, they're giving it to me, and I'm actually a prop comic, and my dummy has stage fright.
Oh my!
So my
Why
dummy
haven't I
will
seen
not
that? I haven't
perform.
seen
So
that.
Don wrote that, and then it's all he made little clips, and they're all gonna come together.
Yeah.
And you're in it. What do
Yes,
you?
I'm just like a crazy. I'm like supposed to be his like. He meets me at a bar, and I'm like, I'm crazy. Literally, it's just messy. That's the best way I can say it. I'm crazy, and then we're like, and at one point I'm like, I pop up in the car, and he's like, where the hell were you? It's weird, but it's fun.
And now, Samantha, would you have any aspirations for like doing film, or you mentioned you like theater?
Oh,
would
yeah.
you do like musical theater, like?
I used to. You know, when I was in school and college and all of that, I focused mainly on just performing.
Well, you're a mom
right.
too, right?
Yes, but
That doesn't mean nothing. What the hell does that mean?
She has
Washington,
children.
moms can do it all.
yes, I just wanted to take a little time off. She's only 2.5, so.
Oh my god.
So when you get
You
to
only
the
have the
little-
one?
Right. Yeah. Right now we just have the one.
Okay, right now.
Oh god, that
Never
means
say-
she's plotting. Where's her husband? Where is her husband?
Just never say never.
Right, right.
But
If you're saying that when she's 2, that means you're ready for another one. Because that's when they're the worst.
oh boy,
right.
I love her to pieces. But she's in that stage now. It's like she either loves me or hates me, and
Oh, she's
never
a,
know I'm gonna
you. That's
get
the
it.
thing about girls; they grow up so quick. You already love me or hate me. I pay your bills. I'm sorry. That's why I can't be a parent yet. I'm like, I'd shake her. You are poor without me. I'm just these things.
But yes, I'm slowly kind of getting back into doing more things. I just joined a new band.
Oh, great.
And if it's okay, can I like tell the audience like where we'll be performing?
Sure.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and you wrote down.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, of course.
So this new band I joined is called the Song Island Band. So we're going to be doing 3-part harmonies, and it's more like an oldies rock band. So we're going to be at the Long Island Yacht Club, May 25th, July 13th, and August 17th.
Oh,
That's
a
in
little
Babylon.
residency. We love that.
That's 2 to 5, so it's like right in the afternoon. It's like semi-private though, semi-public, whatever. People can still come. May 31st, we're going to be at the Fat Fish, which is a restaurant.
Yeah, in Bayshore.
In Bayshore from 6
Oh,
to
when
10.
is that? May 20?
May 31st, June 21st, and August 30th.
Oh, all right. Nancy, if you're watching, we're going to Fat Fish because we live very close to it.
Oh, really?
And,
Great place. Great
Oh,
place.
okay.
and Nancy is the one that knows about Samantha. Right?
Yeah, no, Nancy books everyone. So yeah, that makes even more sense.
And she was like, Samantha is incredible. She's an amazing singer. She said great things. And I love the video. So, yeah, we're going to go to
Awesome.
Fat Fish.
Awesome.
So you...
And then actually, like later in the summer, we're going to be July 20th at the Peconic Winery. So, from 1 to 5.
Yeah, we can get you
All right, I'm like 1 to 5. So do you like, in terms of that, like, do you like singing? Would you prefer? I don't know what the word actually. Do you prefer singing solo versus being in a band? Like,
Well,
Excuse me, I have to interrupt. I just got a text from Nancy. She said, Fat Fish. Yes, I'm watching.
we love you,
Hey,
Nancy. Nancy's going to
Okay.
Fat Fish, baby.
All right, now go. Do you remember that question you asked?
yes.
Yeah, she remembers
what
it.
I
I don't.
And it's kind of like what I'll say, like what I did about the venues. They all have their own special, something special about them. I love being a solo singer because it's, I don't know. I'm in that way, I get to express myself more fully. Now, in a band, it's like, it's fun. I get to learn and do completely different style of music. So, the kind of stuff that we're doing, I used to have a band out in Ohio. I lived down in Ohio for 10 years, and one of the bands I was in had very similar music, so I was very excited to be a part of this band because it was kind of like reminiscent of what I did, plus, but this is great because now it puts me in a different role. I'm really focusing on the harmony more than being a solo singer, even though I do have solo songs in the band. So that's what I'm doing for this summer. Now, I do have shows with my husband. As my husband and I have a duo called Carlson and Grant. So on Facebook, you find us. Our music is there. We do, again, mostly the standards, but we do everything up into today. So that's that. And I love doing that with him. I do stuff by myself as well. And that's great. We're all partner up with somebody else.
And with a 2.5-year-old.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm like really tired for you.
Great for you.
Thank you.
No,
That's amazing.
and belated Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day, of
Yeah,
course.
we were. It was wonderful. We actually took a little trip to the Hamptons for a night.
And no singing was involved.
No singing was
Okay.
involved. Just left with the family. But I'm mostly, believe it or not, I'm mostly with my daughter. So she has people watching her, but I'm still mostly stay-at-home mom. You know, and I love my special time with her, but I love what I do because I'm able to work my schedule around like my mom and my husband who will be watching her, but tonight a friend's watching, and I have a good community of people that will help me out.
That's
great.
good.
You know, but so I get to do what I love, and I will always have both my loves that I'm gonna continue to do,
That's
for
amazing.
my life. So, and I hope she's a singer. She is. My daughter sings.
Really?
great.
At 2, you already got to sing. You
she
guys
does.
don't mess around in that damn house.
It's in the genes.
Oh my God.
So I can't wait.
She's like, hit a falsetto right now.
That's what she did. She hits the high notes. I'm like, it's ridiculous.
That's great.
That's
But,
so
you know,
great.
when I tell her to, she'll get like shy. But I catch her and I'll video her when I can. And I'm like, man, she knows the words. Her favorite movie is it's called Sing, and she knows all
Yeah,
the music
yeah.
from all the songs from there. She dances, and I'm like, I can't wait to bring her with.
Oh
me.
my God, Mom already has a contract. She's like, she's going on the road with me.
You
Like,
got
oh my
matching
God.
dresses as well. now.
Right.
At Fatfish, is it just you or is it
It's
the
the,
band?
it's the band.
It's the band. Okay.
Nice. That's
So I'm working on more of other gigs as well. Right now I have a lot of private stuff that's booked, like me and my husband or just me. I'm not sure if this is public or private, but we're actually at Tanner Park Senior Center May 21st. I'll actually be doing
Tanner
Liza
Park,
Minnelli
oh,
there. So that's just one. And, I do a lot of the Cedar Centers, like every month or so I have a few. So.
There you
So-
go.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
about that.
Hint,
It's
hint.
hinted, right? No, and it's so funny because I'm doing a senior center I'm doing a senior center on Friday in Medford. Shout out to Medford. I'm
What,
crazy.
comedy?
I gotta do comedy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we'll just.
I'll be
figure
in
it
one next week in Amityville. Yeah.
out. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All
Look at
right.
us.
Can I tell you
Senior
something?
living
What
people.
works in senior centers? What works a lot too is telling old jokes.
Mhm.
They just love to hear old
One-liner,
jokes.
old jokes.
Like old jokes.
and
Yeah.
schmoozing with the people. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
Not
one
just
line.
jokes,
I'm not good
yeah.
at one. I always tell stories. That's my problem.
That's
I'm a
well-
storyteller.
And also that, and also military. When you do military shows, the same thing. Just connecting with the people. It's
Yeah,
not
they
so much
love
the
it.
jokes. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's
Yeah.
great.
I throw in a little karaoke. I don't sing like you. Nowhere like you. But I have a couple songs that I'm like, I can. Like, I Will Survive is my big ender. I'm like, hello.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
cool.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't do it well. I just put the karaoke behind it and I just like hit the pop lock and they're like,
Right.
this girl is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe me.
What? No, I believe
No,
you.
I know you're like, yeah, okay, in terms of like, I'm terrible at the singing part.
No.
You don't have to be great.
Right.
Listen, yeah, for karaoke, it's different.
Yeah. No, I know.
Karaoke, right?
It doesn't matter.
Because I
Yeah.
was gonna say, because for you have different styles every time. Like with you by yourself is different style from when you're with your husband versus when you're in the band,
Right.
right? So are you like feeling like you almost have to feel like you are like constantly prepared, like what's the word? Practicing, like for.
Yes, it is hard with a 2-year-old, but I do get it together. But I love it. I love the challenge, and I drive my husband crazy because when we have our theme shows, he goes, "What am I doing this week? You're constantly having me learn new songs." I'm like, but I love the challenge of doing that, and it keeps me entertained. Because yes, I love to entertain everybody else, but I have to entertain myself, and that's how I do it by constantly switching it up.
Well, let's be honest. All of us, we all perform. And there's like a feeling after you're done with the performance.
Oh, my
if it
God.
went well, you're like all hyped. You're all
Yeah.
hyper and you're all,
It's
you
the
know?
best feeling ever.
Absolutely.
And it's the greatest feeling.
Yeah, but Bruce, I'm curious, like, because I know that you get that feeling when you do a good comedy show. How does it translate when you do acting? Do you ever get that feeling? You're like,
Absolutely. When I see myself on screen, I say, "Holy cow! I pulled this off."
yeah, you get
But
that.
but during during the
Okay.
during the takes
Oh,
with the
takes.
different takes,
Yeah.
you don't come away the same way you
No,
come away
no,
after a
absolutely
performance.
not.
Yeah, it
That's
feels
something-
different.
Not at all. But sometimes when the guy said, "You nailed it," like when we had the red carpet event and the producer and somebody else came up to me, they saw me right away. "Hey, doctor," And my wife was with me, and she just looked at my wife and said, he really nailed that scene. It was one of the best scenes, they said. Whether they just said that to say it, but whatever, it made my ego like.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why would they?
I'm bad. I know, I'm bad.
Yeah, my bad self, you know.
Anyway, we're starting to wrap.
Okay. Oh, man.
So,
I feel like once we start getting
But
into
anyway,
juice.
no, I have a few. We'll talk about, everybody talk about shows also, what you have coming up. And then, Samantha, if you would you like to sing as the show ends? Would you like to sing something?
Life is a cat. No, I'm playing.
Whatever you want to
It's
sing.
in my head,
Dean
Samantha. I'm
Martin,
sorry.
everybody loves them, right?
Oh, that was our wedding song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, God. I
All
love
right.
I could do that.
Well,
So-
yes, Bruce, tell us.
I'll sing along with you.
So,
I'll tap
Bruce,
dance.
what do you have anything coming up?
Yeah. Actually, going back last week, I did a Knights of Columbus in Mineola. We had a great show. I have tomorrow. I'll be at the Oceanside Library.
Okay.
Next Monday, I'll be at the Mark Breyer's Library show in East Meadow. Wednesday, I'll be at the Senior Center. Thursday, I'll be at Alba's
Oh my
in
God.
Astoria.
I feel like a bum.
The following
Jesus
week,
Christ.
I'll be at a Senior Center, and then I'll be in the 30th. I'll be in New York City at a Senior Center. So,
Nice.
And at the end of the month, you'll be back at the bookstore.
Is that the 24th? I think.
Yeah,
right?
I believe it's
Yeah,
the 24th.
Right,
You'll be
right.
doing,
Yeah.
and you could come back. I've
Yeah.
got.
He's like, I guess you could come.
I'll know when I'm on the show when I make the poster.
He
Right.
makes the
Oh, that's hilarious, right?
He makes the posters are awesome.
Yeah, no, I know. I
And
appreciate it.
we showed the poster before, and
If
now
you need
that
one
I
for your
think of
Senior
it.
Center at any time. hit me
Yeah,
up.
no, I will definitely. So I'm gonna get both of you guys in contacts, of course. Oh my God, we love.
I'll make a poster
My
for you.
seniors are the best. So.
My mother was at the Bristol for many years.
Okay, the Bristol's
North
like
Hill-
way too
North-
like
North Hills.
we're the Medicaid version.
That's okay.
The
I've
Bristol.
been there. The Flushing House and other places.
Okay, yeah.
I've
Yeah,
been
the
there.
Bristol's really nice though. So,
Yeah.
but shout out
All
to
right.
Amber Court.
The
we're
people
fine.
are always nice. That's the difference. So people are all the same.
That's all that matters. Yes. And what shows do you have coming up? Oh, you already said
Yeah.
those shows. Do you have any solo shows coming up?
Well, other than the one at Tenant Park, we're actually working on one at the Belmore Playhouse. I don't have a date yet, but we're doing
Oh,
a theater.
cool.
We're doing a
Nice.
theater
Yeah,
show.
that's nice.
So I'll
Oh,
be doing.
yeah.
I'll be just doing some songs, probably Liza Minnelli and Lady Gaga, or I do like. I'm not sure who they're putting me as at the theater, but we'll see. But it'll be fun. It'll be great.
And you and I, we have this Thursday.
We have this Thursday.
You
Yeah.
have.
I have a nursing home on Friday, and I might actually. You know what? I actually have shows every Thursday for the rest of this month.
Oh,
so I
cool.
can't do the bookstore, but
Okay,
But
but
we
I have
can-
the bookstore this coming Thursday.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do
the
it.
Dog-Eared Bard's Bookshop. Yeah,
I'm down next month though. I'll be fine.
And on the flyer, I forgot to tell Bruce. I forgot one person. Michael Baracci is also. I don't know him. But
Send me the name. I'll put it on there. If you want.
yes,
This guy's working
the
already.
show-
He's like, I'm ready to work. Give me the work.
shows
I love
it.
it.
Yeah. Oh no, he makes great flyers.
Yeah, he's
you
great.
know.
Need a
So
flyer
all right,
anytime?
we're down to our
Samantha,
last
you need
2
a flyer
minutes.
for anything every time?
Oh yeah, I always.
Yeah, I was just saying. So
All
definitely
right.
we all connect.
Okay.
All right, so we should.
So Samantha, I hope
We
I'm
want
not
you to
putting
end
you
it-
on the
yeah.
spot.
No, I'm always good.
Oh, we
All
love
right,
it.
I was the
yeah.
kind of girl who wouldn't say a word in school, but I get up in front of the class and sing.
There you
Oh, I
go.
love that. All right, well, round of applause for our beautiful guest, Samantha. Wait,
Carlson.
Carlson. Yes, I'm not good at last names.
Carlson.
Carlson.
He messes up. Samantha Carlson.
I love
All
it.
right, you want me to do Everybody Loves Somebody? That's what you want me
Yes.
to sing? Okay.
All right.
And it's
Yes.
funny because this is how me and my husband end our show. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here.
Girl, you getting booked.
Oh, that was
She is getting that damn
Oh,
job.
man.
I got a
You
tear
must
in
see an
my
Amber
eye.
Court. She got the job. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to Fatfish.
Yes.
We're gonna be there.
1964.
I know that was amazing.
Nice, yeah.
Well, we
Oh,
will
that-
see you guys in
Do you
2
do
weeks.
that? Or do you do that song?
Yes.
In the band?
Oh no, not that band.
Not with
But
the-
Oh God! And
But
you,
I
you know
do
you're
it.
good if you're sitting down
All
and
right.
singing.
Anyway.
Yes.
I got
Anyway, I
goosebumps.
hope you.
thank you.
I want to say thanks again to Samantha Carlson and Bruce Lipsky.
Yes.
I hope you had as much fun as Mezzy D and
And the
myself
Gagootz.
and Benny Gagootz.
Right.
Have a great week, everybody. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Take care. Thank you all for watching.
All right, the Gagootz is loose.